A blessed Saturday to us. In these days that we have been reading from the Gospel of St. Matthew, which actually begins with the Beatitudes that is in chapter 5 until chapter 7, which is called the first discourse in the Gospel of St. Matthew, the Gospel is taking up actually reviews and at the same time deepening or understanding of what the commandments are. So let me ask this question to you. Today's Gospel reading regarding making false oaths, to which commandment does this fall? Siguro niingon mo niya, mutana pa mabuga padre, isulti na lang good. Actually, this falls on the second commandment. What is the second commandment? Do not use the name of God in vain. Because the swearing or the making of an oath actually is directed towards using the name of God. And I remember, di lang panghambog ha, kayo sige na anak po niya mo komentaryo ba, Padre Aquino ba, sige na siya blow sa iyang trumpet. You know, I took one semester course on the second commandment. Only ha, usa ka semester. So one of the things that we were talking about is part and parcel of this. But the interesting thing about this, to go to the bottom line already is, what does this thing teaches us? Now, we love to make promises. And I'm sure you're aware of promises. And some promises, if not all, always have premises. Di ba? Muhat mimo taog promise, pero na ay condition usahay, di ba? Premise. And then, whenever things happen, wrong or good, or most especially when there is something wrong with it, what do? We make compromises. Do you know the common word that we have between promise and compromise? Promise. No? And this is actually a very significant and very touchy thing about the issue on honesty, sincerity, and truthfulness. In fact, the bottom line of today's gospel reading is a teaching on honesty, sincerity, and truthfulness. So don't take the no as an answer if you mean no as negative. Well, negative man gyud nang no. Bisag unsaon pa nato glalis. But there are certain cases in our lives and in our experiences that saying no is as good as being true. Diba? Na may uban nga moingon lang yes unya napugos di ay. Diba? Na may moingon nga no, pero mausab na pod ang decision. So we really have to be very sincere about things. And as I commonly and usually explain what sincerity is, it is actually exposing ourselves, because sincerity is the word that comes from without wax. No? Wala ba'y tabon, wala'y cover. No? So aron dili manimaho, kuberan og wax, mo na nahitabo sa Edam cheese. Take away the wax that is the color red, and the cheese, you know, you can smell cheese. If you don't like the smell of cheese, me, I don't care. I love cheese. I am a cheese, unsay tawag ana? O addict ko sa cheese. But there are always cases that things are to be covered. And all of us, I'm sure, we are good at that. But the gospel reading today actually asks us to be sincere, to be true, to be truthful, and to be honest. Sometimes we say negative things because we don't like it, and it's not against it's against the principle of what goodness is. Dili lang ta maingon ba nga banjing lang ba no ana lang ta ba. We really have to make a stand. And once we make a stand, we continue standing all throughout, even if the sands will come as close to our mouths already, nga malubong ta sa atong pagtindog. Or if you like, pwede magtindog balihon. But I don't know if you like it that way. But sincerity, truthfulness, and honesty are always very important virtues that we have to develop. And it comes from our day-to-day dealings with many different situations and events. And the final thing that happens when we are confronting ourselves with these issues and virtues is to be able to see the gem that is the very person and the very image of God that we wear, that we reflect to our brothers and sisters. Amen.